my name is Keiko Sugihara, and I'm here with senior center fielder of the softball team, Kelly Majam. How has it been being a student athlete? You have received many honors for academics and playing sports, and that's not something that you see very often. So can you describe a little bit of the things that you've gone through in school?
I think it's been a lot of fun to have my college experience here in Hawaii. I didn't expect to come out here when I was getting recruited, and I'm very thankful that I did come out here. And I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned a lot about the people around me, and I'm very thankful for what I've gone through here. And it's been an up and down career. I'm looking forward to the future, but I'm also very, very sad that I will be giving up being a student athlete.
A lot of people are wondering, how do you balance all the things that you're talking about with your school, your family, even, and of course your sport?
It takes a lot of time management, which sometimes I'm not very good at, but I want to be good at being able to separate the time that I have. You need to be 100% in whatever you're doing. So when you're at the softball field, you need to be 100% softball focused. When I'm at school, I need to be 100% school focused. All those kinds of things. I need to balance it out, and that's something that I've had to grow in and get better at as my career went on. At the beginning, I wasn't very good at studying because I just didn't really know how, and so progressively I got better at studying and knowing when to study, when not to study, when to sleep and when not to sleep. So those are just things that I've learned and that every student learns throughout their career, but time management has definitely helped.
Your mom played softball, your dad played baseball,
Yeah.
and your sisters, all three of your sisters, are playing or have played or are going to play in a D1 program. How has it been growing up in a softball, baseball family?
Softball is definitely something that's brought our family together, and that's something that we enjoy doing together, and it's been one of the things that have meshed us together, something that we love and can connect over, and I'm very thankful that my parents both enjoy it, because I know a lot of parents can not enjoy it, or they enjoy it way too much and they push their kids over the limit, and my parents have been outstanding on balancing softball and school and taking us to games and not overdoing it either. And so I'm very thankful for my parents. But having all my sisters play or have played has really helped me when I go home over Christmas break or spring break or summer break. We would work out together, throw together, hit together, and that's really pushed me. It's given me someone to work next to and work beside in order to stay motivated on the off times, and that's something that has really helped me in my career is to work hard in the off season, and my sisters have been definitely a big part of that.
In high school, when you were being recruited, you were definitely a blue chip recruit. So what made you want to come here?
I got recruited my sophomore year of high school. That's when I started getting recruited by colleges, and I was pretty good, and so a lot of the big colleges wanted me to come there, but they wanted me to commit when I was a sophomore in high school, and I was in my head I wasn't ready to sign my life away, I guess, and so I pushed away from those big schools, and they filled up their scholarships right away, and so I waited until I was the end of my junior year, beginning of my senior year, to really start looking into colleges. And Coach Bob actually stuck with me through my junior year and into my senior year, and then I came out here on a recruiting trip, and the girls on the team were really wonderful. The coaching staff was very close-knit group, and obviously I really liked the weather, and I really liked the food, and I really liked the beach, and so those are things that also pulled me in, and I really wanted to play at a college that was going to go to the World Series, and that was one of my goals in high school, is that I wanted to go to the World Series. And so this program was something that hadn't gone there, but they looked like they're going to, and so once I got here, we actually did it. So I'm very thankful that I came here. It's definitely been a blessing to be in Hawaii.
What do you think that speaks about the work ethic of this Hawaii program?
Yeah, I think the recruiting definitely is a great job by Coach Bob. He knows what he's looking for in high school players, and he knows that he wants power, and that's what he searches for. And so it's definitely shown in the work ethic in the batting cage and in the weight room, and that's how our power has progressed, is because we work hard to lift heavy and also to work well on the field. And And that's why our team has done so well this past couple of years, is because of that work ethic.
Well, the work ethic is something that has been very commendable in this program. But, all teams have adversity. And so how have you dealt with that? Did you ever have any doubt that this was the place that you were supposed to be?
At first, when I got here, I was pretty homesick, and I came here. I've been saying that throughout my senior interviews, is that I came here as an 18-year-old that was very homesick, and I'll be leaving here as a more confident 23-year-old almost. And so when I did come in, I was pretty homesick, and I did miss home, but I knew that I had a purpose, and I knew that I was supposed to be here. And even after my ACL tear, I was questioning why I was here, what I was going through, because I was excited to be on the field. But I know that there was a purpose in everything, and that God does do everything for a reason. And my ACL tear, I learned a lot about myself and a lot about my body, a lot about softball and its role in my life. So it's all a blessing in disguise, and I'm thankful for it.
What is it meant to you to be a representative, a player of the University of Hawaii for the state of Hawaii? What does that mean to you?
This is the only Division I college that can say that they represent an entire state, and that's something that I've taken pride to since I've been here, that people on other islands that I don't even know have been watching the games on TV, and that they know who I am. It's just crazy that there is so much support from the fans here, and that's something that I've really, really truly loved and will miss after I'm done playing, is that support system from people you don't even know, and people that just love the game and desire to see you succeed.
Your coaches, teammates have described you as one of the hardest working players on the team. What drives you to be motivated? You have to be motivated to be motivated.
I have grown up in a family that works hard, and then that's something that they've instilled in me. And my parents work extremely hard. They love putting out great work, whatever it is, and they've taught me that no matter what you're doing, do all things for the glory of God, but also to put 100% effort into whatever you're doing. And whether it's cooking, you need to be 100, give your best, and whether it's running a mile, do your best. And that's something that they've taught me, is whatever it is, you need to do your best. And in the weight room, that's how I see it. And for me, I see doing 10 push-ups is going to help me hit 10 home runs. That's just how that's just the way I think when I'm in the weight room, because I know that those kind of things are going to help me on the field, and that's something that I want to work towards when I'm on the field or in the batting cage. If I swing well 5 times, maybe I'll swing well 5 times in my at-bat. So those are the types of things that I think about to help me do better on the field too.
Let's see, what makes you a unique Division I softball player?
Well, not very many Division I athletes have gone through cancer and have played after. And not many have done it while they've been in college. And that's something that I didn't expect to happen, but I'm very thankful that it did. And through cancer, I've been able to reach a lot more people, because after I had cancer, people wanted to hear what I had to say and wanted to see what she was going to do, how is she going to play, how is it going to affect her, and those kind of things brought more attention, and I was able to spread more light around and be more myself, and through cancer I've learned a lot, and a lot of it's also helped me to give motivation to other people, and that's something that growing up, I never thought that that's something I would be good at, or something that people would even want from me, is to be an inspiration or be a motivator for others. And through my cancer, I've been able to do that. People have asked me to speak, which in high school I was like the shyest person, and I didn't speak in front of other people. But once I got to college, people asked me to speak, and I've gotten a lot better at it. It's something that I really enjoy, is to give people inspiration and to inspire others to push through hard times, and to motivate themselves to do better regardless of what's happening around them.
How does it make you feel when you know that you're inspiring somebody?
Yeah, I never thought that that's something that people would say about me. Inspiration is one of my favorite favorite emotions. I think after being in love, being inspired is my second favorite emotion. And so when people say that I'm inspiring them, it's an honor and it's a privilege to be considered an inspiration to others. And I take it very very not heavy, but I take it upon myself very much. I love that people can consider me as an inspiration for themselves to continue to push on.
What are some of your favorite things to eat here in Hawaii?
Here, local food. Okay, let's see. I love terry beef. Yum. I love meat jun. I never had meat jun before I got here. I never had poke before I came here, and I absolutely love poke. I absolutely love sushi. California roll is Josh and my favorite right now. What other kinds of food? I love acai bowls. I never had an acai bowl before I came here. All these things I've learned to eat since I got here. I was never. My parents cooked us Filipino food, so I was exposed to that kind of food. And my mom's a great cook, but I never really had like a real ramen before I came here. I never had udon before I came here. All these things that I learned since I came to Hawaii.
So you are Filipino?
I am 3/4 Filipino, yeah. And then Swedish and Dutch and some other little European in me, that last fourth.
Yeah, wow. That's a pretty big mixture. What has it been like coming to Hawaii, which is a very diverse place, but was it hard to adjust for you?
I grew up in San Diego, so there's mostly the ethnicities that predominantly were at my high school was white and Mexican and Native American. So there's maybe 3 families that were Filipino. So I didn't really attach myself to the Filipino community except for the food. And so once I came here, everyone looked like me. So it was very different for me because I blended in, whereas at home I stood out because no one else looked like me. And so I actually enjoyed that I saw other people that looked like me, and also that it was just so many different faces, that people were of all different mixtures of places around the world and different ethnicities, and it was very eye-opening to see that because I'd never been a part of it like that, but it was also very new and refreshing to be in a place where I felt comfortable with the way I looked. And not that I wasn't not that I was ashamed of my Filipino ethnicity, but I just never really connected with it as much because I wasn't surrounded by people that were also Filipino.
Wow, yeah. And talking just a little bit more about adjustments, how was it adjusting from your high school to here?
I went to a really small high school. I went to a public school with 450 kids in the entire school. I graduated with 85 kids, I think, in my graduating class. So it was extremely small and extremely rural. So we were from the country. And coming out here, it was weird being near stoplights. My town doesn't have a stoplight. Okay, we're very out in the country.
That's okay.
It's great. I love my hometown, but we are way out in the country, so there's no fast food. There's nothing. You had to drive to go get it. And so coming out here, it was great being so close to everything, but it was also very loud, and it was also very lots of lights and everything that at night in the country, like you can see the stars, all that. So it was a lot of different things that I had to adjust to that most people probably wouldn't have thought of because you live in a city, but I had never lived in a city like this. So it was a great adjustment, though. I enjoy it.
So Kelly, we've covered many things here in this interview. I appreciate your time here, and I know that all the accomplishments that you've had here at the university are definitely going to translate into your future, and we're just so appreciative of your career here as well. So thank you so much for being here for the last official HTV interview with Kelly Majam. Thank you.